I am profoundly proud of this award going to Detective Tracey. Not only did she respond and react exemplary, but everyone in this community knows her, and she represents us so well, and this award is so deserving.
When I was, I think, like 8, I busted my ankle running down the stairs in the projects. Whoever it was that picked me up was wearing a uniform, and he carried me from, thank God I was only weighed like 50 pounds probably, but he carried me from the 7th floor all the way to the 1st floor. And I kept that in my heart because I received that as, you know what, that's what I want to do when I grow up. So at St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office, I've been a deputy, a school resource officer, and now I'm a detective.
As sheriff, I want my employees to be very well-rounded. And Detective Tracey is that energizer bunny in our office that's in the community, being involved in so many different aspects. She is the total package.
One of my supervisors, he calls us the Big Heart Brigade. So there's a group of us that constantly are in the community doing things. Utilizing a second language helps me because I can direct a lot of what I do to a whole different culture that I'm used to, and it's very receptive.
Doris is full of energy. She's involved in a lot of things in the agency. She does stuff for our Special Olympics. I don't think I've ever seen her without a smile on her face. And she's not afraid to work. She's a hard worker. She doesn't just do the minimum. She goes above and beyond in everything that I see her do.
So I'm only 5 feet tall, but with the badge, I think I'm like 6 feet. When I wear the badge, I have a lot of things at my fingertips that I can help so that when there's a problem, we can try and adjust it and fix it. A child having issues in school, well, let's figure out why they're having that issue. You're going to the same house over and over again. Well, come on, let's figure out what's going on. Let's try to adjust whatever it is so that it's not recurring again. Like my husband says, you can't change the world, but one person at a time. That's what brings me happiness.
I've heard from victims who have called in to compliment her, to say, hey, thank you very much. This detective, took care of me. They seem to care. You don't always get that.
Hospital unit, 614 out of PSL, echo back, 2513 Southeast Morningside.
It was the last school that I had to check. As I pulled my vehicle into the school, I heard the dispatcher say, shots fired. And as I stopped, I looked into the rearview mirror and I could see another patrol vehicle's lights go by. She said the name of the street, and that was the street that I was on. So I turned the vehicle around and I drove over to the other police officer that was there to ask him, hey, what was going on?
And they formulated a plan to enter this house under gunfire because, in fact, there was an 11-year-old girl still in the house.
And all of a sudden, the suspect reached around the corner with a pistol while they were on the staircase and just started shooting at them. So after the gunfire ceases from the suspect and the officers, a short time after that, a little girl comes down the stairs with an apparent gunshot wound. Deputy Tracey took her to cover where she was and started to provide CPR. Unfortunately, a short time later, I was advised that the little girl had passed away. Our hearts go out to the family with their loss.
It's been a year, and it's still difficult. It's still difficult to talk about. No one's ever prepared for it. But that's when my training kicked in.
On that date, July 6, 2020, many lives were changed. These two families lost a tremendous amount. We should never, ever forget the victims of this horrific event. The Florida Sheriff's Association has been committed to recognizing deputies across the state when in fact their actions go above and beyond. Detective Tracey was more concerned about the victims of this event rather than the heroic actions of herself and the Port St. Lucie officers, which says a tremendous amount about her.
And to receive this, a very humbling experience. I work with such fantastic people. I have a phenomenal group, a wonderful foundation, and I want to thank my family and my friends. Thank you.